Oh, what if that's a bit loud? Hello, if you're listening to this, then hello. And what you hear behind me is New Zealand TV. Um, it's Thursday, 13th of July, 20 past 6, and I'm watching the news. So listen to some New Zealand news.
Hellos, hugs, and handshakes, one after the other. A carousel of who's who for Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. But a long chat with US President Joe Biden meant Chris Hipkins had to cancel his appointment with the Ukrainian president. Then he bumped into Volodymyr Zelensky in a corridor. As New Zealand commits more funding for the Ukrainian cause.
Obviously, it was a very brief conversation. It was an opportunity for me to reiterate our support. I know that support is warmly acknowledged and appreciated by Ukraine.
For Volodymyr Zelensky, this is him on the world stage. Thousands of journalists, dozens of countries. This is Ukraine's chance to get its message across. Ukraine's labelling NATO weak and absurd for not setting a date for it to become a member, worrying it may be used as a bargaining chip with Russia.
I have not changed my point of view. I do not know if everyone is completely honest with me and if everything is true, but we believe in partners because we must live with faith in the allies who help us win this war today.
And it's these seven most powerful countries it's got to trust. Follow through with long-term security.
So what I'm doing is I'm digging this tunnel. I started it this afternoon, but I worked on it. I worked on it for about an hour or something like that, and then I realised that I hadn't clicked the button to go live. So nobody knew anything. So there it is.
And as Volodymyr Zelensky leaves, NATO's parting message is clear. This is where Ukraine belongs.
Go up at about another 7.
I think. Following the Prime Minister, we spoke with her just before the bulletin.
Tonight also marks the end of Chris Hipkins' speedy away trip to Europe, which really started with that EU trade signing deal and was ended here in Vilnius at the NATO summit. We got
Not sidebars, was it?
pretty big world superpowers. Now last year, you might remember Jacinda Ardern made headlines when she spoke about an assertive China. It was a bit different with Chris Hipkins. He was quite happy to stay out of the spotlight, really keep that attention on Ukraine. But our presence here has not gone unnoticed by China, who's criticised our attendance and said NATO is a terrible monster that should be avoided at all costs.
Well, at least one person's been killed and 4 others wounded in a third night of drone attacks on Kyiv. Ukrainian officials say defense systems managed to down 20 Russian drones and another 2 missiles, but many buildings were still damaged with falling debris hitting 2 people. Explosions were heard right across the capital, with the drones entering the city from different directions. The BBC is continuing to investigate claims against one of its biggest stars as Britain's gripped by the explicit photos scandal. Hugh Edwards' wife has revealed he's the presenter alleged to have paid thousands of dollars to a teenager for the pictures. The police have ceased their investigation into the matter, as Emily Cooper reports. Tonight at 10,
It's one of the BBC's most recognisable places, on hand for some of the biggest events of our lifetime.
a few moments ago, Buckingham Palace announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
The great occasions of state,
The future of the United Kingdom is uncertain.
Oh my gosh.
the downs of politics.
We're live in Downing Street.
But today, confirmation Hugh Edwards is the presenter making headlines rather than reading them. This is such dramatic news. I mean, this is a man who has embodied BBC values, has been the face of the BBC.
There were thousands of people on the streets today to greet the King.
This was the last time he was seen on screen, just days before the Sun newspaper published the first allegations
millions of dollars for sexually explicit photos over 3 years. The BBC suspended him on Monday.
I don't think it's quite such a shock. I think the speculation has been so rampant for the last few days that it's more a shock.
In a statement on his behalf, his wife said Mr. Edwards is suffering from serious mental health issues and is receiving inpatient hospital care, and he intends to respond to the allegations when he is well enough. His battle with depression is no secret. He is opening up about his battles in 2022. He's worked for the BBC for 4 decades, eventually becoming one of its top earners.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Probably most trusted figure in British television, and he was the face of the establishment.
The Sun says it will not be printing any more allegations, while police in London and Wales have found there is no case for Mr. Edwards to answer. The BBC will continue its internal investigation, though, as its reputation is rocked by this latest scandal. Emily Cooper, One News, London.
In the US, 100 million Americans are now under extreme heat alerts, while there are severe storm watches in other parts of the country. The West Coast has been scorching in the mid-40s, with Las Vegas residents warned to prepare for what could be the city's hottest day ever, exceeding 48 degrees in the coming days. Meanwhile, on the East Coast, 50 million Americans are on flood alert after days of torrential rain, with warnings that life-threatening flash floods could be on the way for some states. There's also a heat wave in southern Europe, with temperatures in Italy forecast to climb to almost 50 degrees, which would break previous records. And in Austria, the hottest day of the year so far, and this presenter going to unusual lengths to cool off at the end of the evening news. Just ahead on One News, a protest to drum up support over proposed job losses at Victoria University's music school.
Okay, I think now I'm going to go up here in creative mode and dig a great big room.
And I'll get a sharper simple tips to avoid the pothole menace this long weekend. Plus, everyone's on the lookout for Barbara, the generous Kiwi who really helped when times were tough.
And don't be afraid of the microphone. How to conquer karaoke without making it dick yourself. They're coming out at 7. Matariki, what do you know about it? Friday. How much guide you on a duty of discovery? A celebration. Time to come together.
They're all associated with the natural environment.
Hongi to hongi. A Matariki special.
My name is Aki Akidano, and I come from a long line of chiefs.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Celebrate Matariki with us this Friday on One Antons Music Plus. The Torpedo 7 Midwinter sale is on now. Get up to 50% off a huge range of bike gear. Don't miss up to 50% off more clothing. Plus, save up to 50% on heaps of snow gear. Shop Torpedo 7's Midwinter sale on now. At Minor 10, we won't let price stand in the way of getting your project sorted. So if you find a lower price for the same stock item elsewhere, we'll beat it by 15%.
That's a good idea. Let's try that.
Big range, low price, local advice.
It's the Hunter Home Day Show with up to 50% off store-wide. Buy our Lucas sofa now only $2,999, or save $2,200 on our national trace, and get 30% off the Devoni collection, plus loads of interline stock price to clear. Only at Hunter Home.
If these walls could talk, that speak a lot about cars. And some great offers too. Like 20% off Rivco batteries, 20% off Macro wood tools, and 20% off McGuire's car gear. Winter. Goodbye, passion front.
That's no good.
Oh, that's massive home
It's no good.
Cabinet set from $49, 40% off 2 AMS mattress protectors and underlays, and 50% off.
It's no good.
So you can make it, shake it, and dry it for less. Call back by our bargain
Um,
guarantee. See you on now. And Spotlight is what you make it.
Why am I doing that? I had a good idea. Oh, right, I'm going to go into Spectator and just see how far I went. That's right. Okay, one more vlog. So 2 more blocks. Okay.
with the house, and I love the sea. Well, then,
Big winter sale now on Antons Studio. Get a massive 40% off custom fabrics and 40% off custom sunscreen and lockout lines, plus 20 to 50% off selected remakes. Shop these offers and more only at Antons Studio.
Portland Glass. Serving Auckland for 70 years. Residential installation and round-the-clock repair to commercial builds and internal warehouse. Project or you're looking to build a better view, call Portland Glass. Epic setting for an epic battle is all been leading up to this to win the first spot in finals week.
best dish in the competition so far.
You said you did it. MasterChef tonight on 2 and TVNZ Plus. Welcome back. The ongoing protest against university cutbacks had a musical note in Wellington today. Around 100 musicians held a concert at Victoria University to draw attention to proposed job losses at the music school. Kristen Norton is along.
This mashup of musos had never played together until today, but boy, they could.
Now that I've done that, I forgot what I was doing. Another 5.
Reports of this gossip anthem filling the atrium at Victoria University. An epic soundtrack to the protest against job cuts at the country's most renowned music school.
They're destroying our musical future as a country. We're one strong, but we're a very important one.
A third of the school, 11 roles, are at risk. It's part of significant cuts proposed across the university to make up for a $33 million shortfall.
As those teachers and all that stuff goes, then, we can't come here to learn.
Their message loud and clear through this classic battle cry. The orchestra of about 100 musicians, made up of students past and present, was pulled together in a fortnight.
For me, it's quite personal because of all the things, the groups that I've involved with, but also the opportunities that I got through the New Zealand School of Music.
That's a guess.
The musical brilliance lapped up by the crowd. Among it
Okay.
was the Chancellor.
will be challenging to avoid,
Alright.
but obviously we've had
One more.
some additional money from government and the announcements that were made what we call to ago.
But whether it's enough to help this passionate music school.
No, actually, that's it. That's the width of it.
Lab workers
Right,
are
what's this?
striking
Too
for a
wide.
day, saying yesterday's pay offer from blood testing company Awanui is disgusting. The strikers involved in the testing of blood, urine, and other samples targeted in several cities, including Christchurch.
Yeah, that's right.
They say living on their
That's
current
one.
wages is
That's too
strange
long.
and find the offer of a 5% pay rise embarrassing. The processing of non-urgent tests is being delayed while the action continues. More scenes like this are expected next week. Kiwi actress Melanie Linsky's been one of the big winners ahead of this year's Emmys, scooping up 2 nominations.
Oh,
No. I mean, yes.
The 46-year-old saying she's beyond honoured for the nods. One for lead actress in a drama series in Yellow Jackets, the other for best guest actress in a drama for The Last of Us. HBO's Succession dominating this year's nominations with a whopping 27 nods, including the coveted Best Drama. With 1 week to go until the FIFA Women's World Cup gets underway, 20,000 tickets were given away for free today. The tournament kicks off at Eden Park next Thursday with the football Ferns hosting Norway. 1.25 million tickets have been sold so far for the tournament. The games on this side of the
Oh, no, what did I do?
320,000 tickets have been sold. Sports Minister Grant Robertson encouraging Kiwis to pick up their game and snap up
Oh,
more
they
tickets.
make that so short.
The FIFA Women's World Cup chief executive says he's satisfied.
We're happy with how everything's tracking overall, and naturally there's some games that are experiencing high demand with the Kiwis and some of the
Wow.
teams, but
Okay.
we're happy with how progress is overall.
Beach also says giving away thousands of free tickets is to ensure stadiums are as full as possible. All right, and we'll see what sport itself now. Big test this weekend. Changes in the All Blacks.
Yeah, quite a few talking points too, Simon. Coach Ian Foster next on those decisions, especially the call of first 5. A good man to have around before a Springbok test today. You've got Tamaki Williams meantime, he's relaxed and told us about the
And it's been another day of passing showers, but the big question, of course, what will it be like for viewing Matariki and the long weekend? I'll have details after sport. This month's scores on TV2 Plus. That's on the road, of course, you see. Oh, yes! Oh, that's your sheer greatness. Do I think we'll have the Ashes?
Hi, Gary. What's up all the stuff?
They're outdoor cleaners.
Were they cheap or something?
Not especially.
So why did you get so many?
Well, I said I had to. Onto the roof, onto the driveway, the deck, the pavers, the patio, and the awning.
You should have just got Win and Forget Rapid. One product, any surface.
You made too.
I don't need it back, Gary. Dad?
When we get rapid, one product, any service.
It's time to electrify our adventures, to discover the true feeling of freedom, to experience the new era of Jeep. Introducing the all-new Jeep 4xe plug-in hybrid range. From the capable Renegade, the stylish Compass, to the luxurious and powerful Grand Cherokee. Find your electrified freedom with Jeep.
Unthinkable 70% off doorbuster deals and a massive 20 to 60% off store-wide. Winterproof your home with Briscoe's unfreezable winterproof prices. All flannelette winter sheets now 70% off. All simple electric blankets 60% off. And over 70% off this Russell Hobbs air fryer just $69. With 70% off doorbuster deals and 20 to 60% off store-wide. Winterproof your home with the best brands this long weekend. Even Sunday.
Wish you could wrap your little ones in a bubble to help keep them safe? One thing you can do is vaccinate them against meningococcal B. Meningococcal disease can take a life in 24 hours. It can be a devastating disease. Babies in the time are highest risk. Now babies can be vaccinated for free as part of their routine immunisations, as well as any under 5s who may have missed out. Ask your doctor or nurse about Big Zero or visit menv.co.nz.
Torpedo 7 Club members get epic low prices every day on Bites by Trek, Giant, GT, Torpedo 7, White, Mammoth, Magnum, and more. We won't be beaten on price. We price match. Get even more boosts when you join the Torpedo 7 Club.
I'm the other Lord Townsend from Rotorua. Skinny hired me to tell you about their low-cost broadband. Get Skinny Unlimited broadband for just $45 a month when on a $27 above mobile plan plus get 4 months free broadband. Get it, Skinny!
Get your free consumer's guide to hearing aids. New Zealand's only independent guide to all the latest models. Choose the right hearing aid for your lifestyle and budget.
Oh, beg your pardon.
45 45 42 for your free copy. Discover sleepy head deals at Farmers.
What am I doing?
Sleepy Head Best, the chiropractic free mattress super deal.
Okay, I want to come around to here. Two more blocks and then a turn.
Coffee stands up. That's how you know it's a consumer script. This is good coffee.
BP is here for the early starts and the big wins. BP, proud supporters of One News Sport.
So Mikey and I call you all. Hope you can with you well. Welcome to Sport Tonight. First up, yes, for the All Blacks team to take on arch rivals South Africa at Mount Smart Stadium on Saturday night. There's a handful of changes to the side to beat Argentina. Hooker Cody Taylor and lock Brodie Retallick are back in. New cap prop to Mikey Williams. He plays off the bench on Saturday. Richie Mo'unga receives a nod at first five. We'll have more on that positional change in just a moment. A change on the wings too with both Mark Talia and Will Jordan coming in. And one surprise is no place at all in the 23
15 minutes in Super Rugby, amongst the highest out of all our backs. So we'll
15.
see this as a chance
Okay,
to
I'm going to tunnel
give them a
15
breather.
blocks
Certainly not based on anything
into
else.
that mountain.
Story for veteran like Sam Whitelock, usually a dead surge to play against the South Africans.
He's available for selection based on where his body's at, but made a sort of a long-term decision rather
3,
than
2.
a medical decision on that one.
How about this for a key decision? Young Crusaders prop Timothy Williams early and keen for his interview today. A test debut from the bench. Giant Williams is out of Kyle in the far north. Population just over 1,000.
Michael was in a class, so it was a big mentor for me. He texts me every now and then just saying, look, keep pushing for people in the far north.
He also spent time growing up in Perth playing rugby league.
What position do you play in?
Are you going to say stand-off or something? A tight game awaits Williams and co. Over the last 9 encounters, on average, just 5 points have separated the two old foes.
Oh my god, I forgot. What was it, 15?
Be ready for what's coming.
That's about there.
Which, watching on at training late this afternoon, a man well versed in Springbok
That's pretty good. Let's
Saturday
do that then.
night has all the makings
So now
of
I go this way.
History is set to be made on Saturday morning when 21-year-old lock Maya Kawana Roos leads the Black Ferns in their final Pacific 4 test against the US, becoming the team's youngest captain ever. Jessica Dillby has more.
At just 21 years old, Maya Kawana Roos will be the youngest Black Ferns captain ever. It's the most prestigious women's rugby team in the world, and to be able to represent my community of GI and East Auckland and my school, Hockey College, my club, College Rifles, my region of Auckland, as a 21-year-old is really special. Ruth is quietly spoken, but her follow-me attitude speaks for volumes.
I remember coming down a bit of a late night snack. She was in the dining room by herself, studying the opposition lineouts and listening to all the calls. Everything she does is pretty inspiring.
Debuting in 2021, the Auckland Storm and Blue Block has played in 16 tests and was outstanding in last year's Rugby World Cup. Born in the United States, she moved to New Zealand at age 7, now leading the Black Ferns against the country she grew up in. Crazy. And she'll do it alongside one of her best friends, number 8, Liana Mikaele-Tu'u.
I was crying. I already knew, but I was still crying like I'd never seen it before, and I didn't even know it. But yeah, I'm so proud of her.
A raft of changes in the Black Ferns lineup. Esther Whaingakilo and Grace Nango will make their debuts in the front row.
I kind of didn't know what to say or kind of react and what to think of a journey and, a bit of a roller coaster getting here. So it's going to be real special.
And with the Pacific 4 series all but locked away for another year, the Black Ferns have produced something special again. Jessica Dillby, One News.
It's the news all Warriors fans want to hear. Sean Johnson is sticking around for at least another year. The halfbacks re-signed for the 2024 season for what will be his 11th
Grand Final last year, and also where she first earned the title runner-up. So on the cusp of going a seat down to the defending champion, you can understand some frustration. I guess yelling at my coaches like, you told me to play like this, the Tunisian fans.
I need somebody else.
To rein in the emotions, to exact the revenge she so desperately sought against Elena Rybakina in the quarterfinal, matching the first seed for power and outplaying her for placement.
But a lot of players wouldn't even consider attempting that shot.
Surely getting the royal seal of approval as she came back to win 2-1. Forget frustration, these screams were flat out delight.
I wish we could exchange this much from finals last year.
But her path to a maiden Grand Slam title doesn't get any easier. Next up, Arena Sabalenka, after the Australian Open champion made quick work of American Madison Keys. The second seed winning in straight sets to reach her fourth consecutive Grand Slam semi-finals. And in the men's quarters, undefeated American Christopher Eubanks fought hard to keep his dream run going. Ultimately having to settle for at least pushing third seed Daniil Medvedev to 5 sets. The Russian through to his first ever women's semi-final for a showdown against world number 1 Carlos Alcaraz awaits. Down 1 News.
The Breakers' favourite is on his way back, with Finn Delaney confirmed on a new 2-year deal with the basketball franchise. The power forward left after the disappointing 2021 COVID season. Has seen what's brewing back home and wants to return. Guy Adolf has more.
The 7th season, Finn Delaney battered his body to the Breakers with nothing but scars to show for it. He's coming back to New Zealand for one reason only.
Just to win a championship. Where I want to win it. That's the bottom line. Incredible feeling. Highlight of my season.
And true for the franchise, Delaney's returning on a 2-year deal after spending the last year playing in Germany, where he won the Basketball Champions League with Bob. But he saw what was building at the Breakers under Bodie Moore and wanted in.
Honestly, this happening was Finn's initiative. He reached out after our season was done and kind of how we did things resonated with him, and he wanted to come back. And you look at him, you go and want to achieve things. It's important that you do all of it.
Delaney's the 8th player signed for next season. They still need 3 imports. One's expected to be confirmed in the coming days, with Silent Cheatham also believed to be joining from Germany. And it won't be a long stay this time for Delaney, just the 2 seasons.
I want to and I will go back to Europe, and then in the future I'll be very clear about that, and everyone I've told you that. I have a lot more over there I want to achieve.
But for now, the most pressing thing is to win a championship with the Breakers, and with Delaney on board, another piece of the puzzle has slotted into place. Guy Mel's 1 News.
Christchurch might not have any FIFA Women's World Cup matches, but it gets Costa Rica, one of 2 teams based in the Garden City during the big event. The visitors inviting 40 young players from mainland football to train with them this morning, helping them acclimatise to the crisp conditions, 30-odd degrees cooler than what they're used to.
We have some time to adjust, but it's been colder every day. But I mean, it's football and we have to adjust to different situations. So we're happy to be here. We feel blessed, and the cold is part of it.
Costa Rica open their World Cup campaign against Spain in Wellington next Friday night. It's cold in Christchurch. Currently 21-27 in Costa Rica. There you go. Week away, Bean Park. Yeah, big opening. Yeah, for Ferns, Norway. Yeah. It's up. Thanks, Ed. Same with the stands says some of us should get clear skies for viewing Matariki tomorrow morning. You'll have the details here. Then on Seven Charm, how to sing karaoke like a rock star without dying or embarrassed.
Floods through the tire destroying meters on our roads. How should you react next time you see a pothole? We'll see you shortly at 7. Tonight, a light and deep battle in the RPA. Then it's Rich House, Poor House, and later Coro. Enjoy our party with one.
Had a deal for an extortion scam. They didn't put $500 in a gift card. She would send photos all around campus.
See what happens in an
was not hearing lots of things, so I went and had a hearing test. Everything is all done by Bay Audiology. They were absolutely wonderful.
Right.
Problem.
What does that
Don't notice if
look
you've got
like
hearing aids.
from
Well,
outside?
once I've got it at the moment, I can answer my phone calls. I love to watch my favourite romantic movies going directly to my ears, and he can't hear it.
Just make a huge difference. Quality of life is what matters.
Discover the latest in hearing aid technology. Contact Bay Audiology today.
You'll still alive. Home now at Harvey Norman. Refresh your lounge with his Sydney's Epic Lounge Suite for just $1,799. Find your ideal sleeping position. Adjustable bed, now $2,772.
Unboxing wide.
Vital appliances. Dispenser dryer, $688. Or washer, $888. Save big. Get the new Canon R100. Plus get an introductory offer and save over $100. Great deals on now at Harvey Norman. This is summer. Don't let the season change stop you being outdoors. Low Roos are custom made and the specialized membrane provides shelter underneath that can give you the ultimate lifestyle choice with an outdoor space. Place your order now and enjoy your very own Low Roos and wine. Visit lowranda.co.nz or phone 0800 and make a Low Roos your very next outdoor destination. Low Randa, the lifestyle choice. Pretty Corona from Nova. Yes, we do offer great value mobile now. Our mobile Saver combo gives you endless mobile data from just $29 a month. Plus, you'll enjoy endless calls and texts to New Zealand and Australia. Even better, you can get up to 5 SIMs on your account and everyone gets 3 months free. Yes, it's ideal for small businesses too. Just head to our website. Well, I don't necessarily rhyme. Not all the time.
Probably he means no harm. He's very, very short on charm.
All fired up for Matariki.
I run this town. I love crazy. Remember that next time you try to come here.
Unused weather is brought to you by Ryman Healthcare. Pain or shine, be ready to seize the day. Flavor it with good
Hello, we're heading into the long weekend, and of course, I thought I'd come on out and take a look at some of the Matariki lights and things that are going on. We're down here at Auckland Silo Park, and of course, typical weather man, you time it just as the shower comes through. But what is it going to be like for Matariki? Of course, for viewing, many, many troughs to come through. Take a look at this. This gives you an idea as far as where the cloud will be. This trough that slides through, the best place for viewing is tomorrow morning, about 5:30 to 6:30 in the morning. Bay of Plenty, right to our east of Gisborne and Hawke's Bay. You can see how you've got that greener area there. The area of cloud further south across parts of maybe the lower North Island and western areas with that southwest flow. West coast of the South Island not as good. I'd still head out there, places like Auckland, Northland, and even to Canterbury. You'll all perhaps have that chance. Let's have a look at the main satellite. You can see what's gone on for the day. Now, 2 big lumps of cloud. The first one is that system of weak trough that's bringing the showers.
Why did I dig this out?
Away. But hold on, it's here. See that big lump of white? That's the next system that comes through. That makes it a damn start over much of the South Island. We're on the ice bar and you can see what happens. That system slowly tracks its way across really much of the South Island as we start off Matariki. Then through the afternoon, see that area blue? That then slowly tracks northwards across the North Island. So like today, is some late day showers across parts of the North Island, more likely Danbury to start the day over the South Island. Let's take a look at the forecast then. We'll start off across the north of the North Island and looking at places like Auckland. Well, yeah, you might have a couple of showers. They'll be later on in the day, but I'd head out. I'd try and take a look for reviewing Matariki in the morning. Much of the north and see that chances of showers. More likely
Brad, for a Toronto, you'll see 17 degrees. Just a small chance for a shower. If you see one, say for Hamilton, more than likely you'll see it in the later parts of the day. East of the North Island, you're in pretty good shape,
Right.
I guess, but great for viewing, of course, in the morning.
Okay, but
Look at Napier's temperature, 19 degrees.
connection is there.
Of course, with that westerly flow, picking up a couple of showers there in Vandenberg. Heading our way west, you look at things from Taranaki down towards the lower North
I
Island.
might just put the rail in, and then I might even just leave the rest of this for Anton. I'm sure he'll figure out some cool way of linking up the rails.
Temperature-wise, maybe one or two bits and pieces of early cloud. You see that, say, much of Canterbury. Looking much of the east of the South Island, place like Christchurch, you're looking at 17 degrees, just of early cloud. Most of those showers, if any, they do work away. A slightly different story, though, on the west of the South Island here. You can see some of those showers could be coming across that Westport and also Greymouth. You'll see them maybe around the fund. That will eventually clear away. And looking at the rest of the South Island, looking at the deep south, temperatures 12 degrees for Queenstown. You may see a couple of showers just the first part of the day. That all goes away, and then things slowly improving. What about, of course, the long weekend? Saturday, for most of us, is going to be the day, at least for your outdoor plans. It's looking pretty good. That area of high pressure builds in, so yeah, there are still a couple of showers on the map, but it's the drier day, and that nagging wind, at least we've toned it back a little bit. Better day for the outside. You notice that trough motion down to the far south. That trough on Saturday, by Sunday, that starts to slowly track its way up across the country. Then you can see that there as it moves in. So some spots could be seeing some of those showers that as you go through maybe the later parts of the long weekend. But overall, I think you can get outside, at least try and get a chance to view Matariki. And as you come back to us now, you can see we're looking at how things are. This is, of course, Tomakanga Kitepo, the gateway to the night. Lovely looking light installation here at Silo Park. And, of course, it's been a good old southwest breeze, but it's nothing very pleasant for a typical atmospheric day for weather. But that's how it's looking down here. A cool sort of day, but enjoy it, Matariki. Back to you in the studio side.
Kia ora there. Go get warm. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us tonight and right throughout the week. Kia pai ora, oki oki. Have a good long weekend. Happy Matariki. Here's the show. Hey Simon, there's a plague of potholes on our roads, thanks in part to all this wet weather.
So, as many of us hit the road for a long weekend, how can we stay safe and avoid damaging our cars?
Darren, a welcome visitor on the Great Kiwi Road Trip. And if you think you're encountering more of them, you'd be right. But the potholes is they pop up. But they're not only annoying, they can be destructive and downright dangerous. So if you're hitting the road over the Matariki holiday, how can you make sure you get here safe and sound? For more on this, we're joined by Dylan Thompson from the AA. Great to talk to you, Dylan. Is it just us, or are there actually more potholes than ever on our roads?
Short answer is yes, there are more potholes than ever on our roads. I'm going to say, and give some credit here for what the Kotahi and the contractors, that they have actually been doing a heap of work filling in and repairing potholes over recent times. But unfortunately, at the same time, we are seeing new ones appearing. So there is still a lot of potholes out there that people are going to encounter when they're driving on our highways in particular.
It's a horrible feeling when you hit one, particularly on State Highway 1 when you're doing 100 k's. How can you spot them before you hit them?
It's really hard. That's the honest truth, especially on highways at higher speeds. What you can do, and the good news is this is just good driving advice anyway. Number one, have more following distance. If you are following the vehicle in front of you too closely, you don't have much space, you're not going to be able to see the road. So make sure you've got that good following distance. And the other thing is just look further ahead. We don't want people just focused right in front of their car when they're driving. Look as far up the road as you can. And what I watch for is if I see cars up ahead, that brake lights are going on, or they're maybe moving a bit right or left in the lane, that's giving me the hint that there might be a pothole up there or something else anyway, some sort of hazard on the road. So I can slow down a bit, I can be ready and be watching for it.
And if you do see one approaching, what do you do? Obviously, you don't swerve at high speed. steering wheel, that's when you've got the risk of losing control, crossing the centre line or going off the road to the side.
It's hard not to react. I do tend to shout, which I guess is safer than swerving. So if your car has suffered damage from hitting a pothole, is anyone liable? I mean, is there any way of chasing someone for damages?
What you can do is if it's a highway, you can approach Whakakotaki, NZTA, or if it's on a local road, then you'll need to talk to the local council. There will be a process for seeking compensation, but it starts to get quite legally at that point. Essentially, if there's been a pothole
Legally,
there,
that's a good
that
word.
the authorities have known about for some time and had an opportunity to do work on, or to put out some warning signs that that hasn't happened, then you might be able to get some compensation from them.
Hey, Dylan, while we've got you, it's obviously Matariki this weekend. What else should motorists be looking out for as they hit the roads this holiday weekend?
Yeah, well, we're in winter, and essentially my advice, winter, it's about your vision and it's about your grip on the roads. So some simple things everybody can do. If your windscreen wipers are on, or it's a bit dark and gloomy, have your headlights on when you're driving. It'll help other people see you easier. And then grip on the road. The roads are wetter, slipperier. In some parts of the country that get colder, you're looking at icy roads. So it's really important, like I said before, maximise your falling distance.
Dylan, you're a good man. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. It's great to talk to you.
That's all right. Safe driving, everyone.
Hey, it's me, Stephen Sharp. Keeping you one step ahead.
Some of our biggest artists are performing in a special Matariki show tomorrow.
It's the live music extravaganza on TVZ and TikTok called Stars of Matariki.
She's one of Aotearoa's up-and-coming artists. Performing since the age of 12, Michaela Purcell Riley. Here in her debut single, Poisikua. Written to empower women and children. And she's one of the stars in TVNZ's Stars of Matariki event. And Michaela Purcell Mainini is one of the artists. It's so lovely to see you, Michaela. How does it feel to have your first song released?
It feels amazing. I'm so excited for this whole journey and all the opportunities to come. I absolutely love the Waiata as well, which was even better. I think everybody else will love it too, I hope. Yeah, I'm just so stoked.
Yeah, you should be. Tell us a little bit about it.
So the Waiata is called Poisikua. It is about, women empowerment and also encouraging rangatahi and our tamariki, our kids, to strive and be their best selves. Yeah, it does carry a lot of strength and
Oh, wicked. I didn't want to bump it. I wondered if it had enough momentum to get to the power. And it did.
It's really important for our wahine because that is our strength and that is
It bounces
what
off of
we
that.
are involving in this
So we gotta
event for the Festival World Cup
fix
2023,
that.
which I'm so excited to be a part of. Yeah, and the Wi-Fi is just, wow, I don't know, like, really cool. Really cool sounds very good. And also really cool is there's a concert tomorrow night, and we can see that everyone's getting all set up behind you and testing out the lights and everything. Tell us a bit about that. I mean, what other stars are performing tomorrow, and what will it be like for you performing alongside them? Oh, there's a bunch of amazing artists. Everyone is so talented, and I'm so happy to be amongst such high-end people. We have Ben Walker, Paige, Jordan Motherway, Seth Harpu, I think Alex King and Peter Regal. I think that's
I've been wondering what's behind here. Nothing.
Yeah, hopefully. Gosh, sorry. Yeah, and me. And it really fills my heart with so much joy to be around like-minded people and to be around such enthusiasm and excitement and aloha. It's so cool.
And obviously beautiful to be celebrating Matariki as well. How are you going to be celebrating?
I will be celebrating Matariki by
my family and my friends and really appreciating my time right now. I've grown a lot since our last matariki, and just a lot of reflection on how much I've grown and how much I want to grow and where I want to be. And there's a lot of thinking to do, but also just a lot of relaxing. Yeah, that's how I'm celebrating my matariki at least.
Beautiful. Hey, all the best for the concert tomorrow night, Michaela. We can't wait to watch.
Awesome, thank you so much for having me.
She's so gorgeous. And you can catch Stars at Matariki on TVNZ Plus and TVNZ TikTok from 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
Oh, a little sneak peek. It looks amazing. Now, how far would you go out of your way to pick up a piece of litter?
Well, one woman has gone well out of her way, Carolyn Robinson, has seen proof.
Oh man, I've got a coffee going cold.
Better than skimming a moment at the beach, even in winter. We're an ear full of ocean.
Yep.
And an eye full of sky await. But for Lorella Doherty, what also awaits is an armful of trash.
So I do beach cleans most days. I'm just so passionate about the ocean, and my role as a guardian is, I believe, we all are.
In stolen moments spread over 100 days, Lorella has combed the Tainaki coastline, from Urinui in the north to Waria in the south, picking up after others.
The purpose was for myself to reconnect back to nature and to connect with plastic on a deeper level.
The results are in this New Plymouth warehouse, where waste has been made wonderful. Lorella's a self-described plastic educator.
I don't usually call myself an artist. I love storytelling. It's in a bottle. That was by far the most
What
intriguing
is that doing there?
exciting thing I found. Lots of toys, like a giant water slide, washed up, all tangled up in the rock. I'm noticing a lot of emotion, which was my intention. So a lot of people come in, and it's that balance of seeing the beauty of the artwork in this installation, but being so sad from it, because it does make you see it right there in front of you how huge this problem is.
The most impressive installation is, ironically, on the ground. Thousands of things humans have misplaced or mismanaged, made out like a